Marto's got a fucking whiskey cup, got a whiskey coffee.
All right, here we go. Well done, Tone. Awesome. Well done. Episode 162, 161 was an absolute nightmare. A bit like being a Melbourne supporter at the moment. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Supposedly Brandon Maynard, Marto, is a terrorist.
Brendan Maynard's a terrorist, is he?
Brandon Maynard. What's his name? Braden Maynard. What's his name?
Yeah, Braden.
Yeah, he can play. Marto doesn't rate him, thinks he's a grub. I reckon he's heart and soul.
Oh, look, he's a hard player, but I do think he's a bit of a grub.
Ooh.
He tries to get under your skin and a little bit dirty at times, but he is a hard player.
Ooh. Would like to see him in the royal blue and white stripes, that's for sure. Now, talking about grubs,
North
Tone,
Melbourne
welcome to
would
the
love
show.
a bit of heart and soul like that.
Good on you, you lazy bastard.
Oh.
What have you been doing today? Nothing as usual.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I got you mixed up with Taz.
Oh,
You know, like
zinger.
yeah. One of my mates ran into Taz the other day and said, "Taz, have you found yourself a job yet, or you're still at Telecom?" There you go.
Telecom.
Is that...
I love it. No, I am so excited to see Tone. Tone, you are the only bloke that I know that gets tired from getting out of bed. Seriously,
Jesus.
I don't know what you
That's
do during the day,
99% of Australia, isn't it?
mate. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you spend your time, but you're under the pump. RDOs for you are rostered days on, and you don't get many of them. I know that. You're always complaining about your RDOs.
I tell you what, you wouldn't work in a barrel of yeast. I tell you what, those bloody Aussies, you couldn't run guts for a slow butcher, honestly. Hell. Hey, come on. Woolies lolly aisle every day of the week.
Marto, I honestly thought Tony did a bit of homework there and he was going to let go with a really good little zinger, but then he dropped Telecom, so I don't know what he's doing there. He lost it. I was hoping he'd done a bit of
that one out the
homework
bag.
and I was about to give him one, but well, Taz survives.
He was under the pump, mate. It's hard, mate. I'm telling you, it is hard.
Welcome to the show, Tazzy.
Doing nothing. Thank you. It's always my pleasure. I'm always here for you guys and for the 1,000+ viewers that we have. 50 plus have only subscribed
by 25.
I tell you what, I came up with a policy today because there's been, and I was told, why aren't you in politics? You should have done it. And I should have. And I'll tell you something. At the moment, there's a lot of youth crime, right? We've got these kids, 13, 12, whatever, committing terrible offences. Now, what do you do with them? Do you stick them into the mainstream prisons and then you just make them hardened criminals? No, you can't. But you know what you can do? What I think we need to do? No, we need to send them into the military. Provide military education.
Conscription.
No. Instead of sending them into detention centres or prisons, send them to the military. They get a mentor, okay, and they get an education and they get discipline. No, but we're talking about 13-year-old kids.
Well, the Koreans,
that's not conscription.
South Koreans, they have to do 2 years between the ages of 20 and 29. They can.
I was going to say,
but
Israel, Sweden, Norway.
Yeah, Greece does that.
Somewhere else.
But I'm talking about kids that are juvenile delinquents, okay, that
Whatever
are basically
kick up the arse, mate.
Jesus Christ, Time, what's happening to?
Yeah, but what do you do? What do you do to them? You send them into jail? So what do you do?
You can't. You can't. They don't let them in jail. Like you said, they just become hardened criminals. So get out and do the same thing again.
So where do they
agree?
Nothing.
Fucking hell! Now
put them in the army. Put them in the army. Let's use some of this government money.
That's the best idea you've come up with in centuries.
God, Jesus.
Thanks, Tony. But I reckon it works.
Come on, give them a bit of discipline. Teach them respect and discipline.
Tone, I know you didn't watch the race. I know you don't care about the race. I know you didn't listen to the race. I know that you were busy and you had no time and anything. So what happened to full press, mate?
Shit. Absolutely. I told you before, you don't listen.
Right.
Half these jockeys should be suspended for at least 6 to 12 months. And the other, and you can't, like I said before, you cannot ride midweek track work on Saturdays. It's as simple as that. Simple as that.
I like what you're saying, Tone, because you know what, I think there's too much racing in this country, and if half the jockeys was suspended, then what would happen is the other half would ride, and then when they get suspended, the other half would come back. We wouldn't need as many.
No, right.
Exactly. Wouldn't be.
I do think we have too much racing though. Marto might disagree, but I think we are.
I think it's not enough. Marto's looking for a race right now.
Marto's watching UK screens as we talk. I think he's got a couple hundred on a dog at fucking Sunshine Key in the UK.
Haydock.
The Haydock dogs. Mr. Grover was horrible. We waited all day. And, of course, Tone killed us again in Polty because his stupid heart horses are winning. So, well done, you stupid heart horse.
Everywhere.
And you were the moron who just let it go. Like, you missed the one across in the UK too, big boy. Warm Heart.
Oh, they're everywhere.
That one.
I watched a TED Talk on this. When you do take notice of one thing, of course, you're noticing it.
Yes.
I wasted a good 15 minutes on that talk to say something that we all know. For example, Tony's favourite number is 69. 69. And then all of a sudden, because it's his favourite number, he starts seeing it everywhere. But he's probably seen the number 22 a million more times, but he's not noticing the number 22 because there's no sexual connotation for 69. So that's why.
Now you got it all wrong, big boy.
Oh, okay, big boy.
Up. My favourite number is 88.
Two fat ladies.
Two fat ladies.
There we go, 88.
Can you say that?
I thought it would have been 181.
No, you get that numerology shit again. It's 88. That's the number.
I thought it'd be like, what's the number? Like 8,000 and whatever. It spells boobies when you turn it upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
80,085.
Yeah.
Or 58,008. Yeah.
Horrible. So thanks for that. Perfect thought was exactly up. Tassie, no good.
No, it was perfectly written.
Oh.
It was perfectly written, just perfectly not good enough.
Right.
That's all. So it was everything was perfect about it, just that it didn't win.
And Serpentine the Snake was the one that all come and bit us.
Oh my God!
Because it was there to win, but unfortunately, Martin was in the race.
Cup. Oh my, well, something was anyway. I think something had a bit of special juice injected that morning.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No, to be honest, Dave, Serpentine. Hey, listen. Serpentine mapped in that race exactly how I hoped it would.
Yeah,
it did break away from the pack late.
Yes,
but the leader was well off and gone. I don't know where that win came from.
Pair in the Dooman Cup.
Absolutely no form around it whatsoever. John O'Shea says we'll just enter in the Sydney City Cup and we'll blast this field by 3.5 lengths.
Yeah, it was anyway, good. I think it's come second. Yeah. And there was a gap to third as well. I think, Marty. I think you're right.
Absolutely. Serpentine back next start.
Yeah, well done, Marto. First loser. Well done.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we'll talk about the Quaddie in a little bit, but they did win the Quaddie, so they're still in the Ipatsuya boys, the one-hit wonders.
That's amazing.
But we'll talk about that in a second. Don't you worry about that. But we got some new. Why is my computer's not working?
What is it? What's going on?
Oh no!
Have you got a new? Oh, it's not working.
I think my mouse is ran out of battery.
Japan.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that's tragic.
What are we going to do?
Can't move it across.
Have to use the shortcut keys.
Broken down.
Hey?
Oh, geez, this is a bit like your tips of recent, Pezza.
Oh yeah.
They look like they're ready to go, but they're going nowhere.
No, that's right. Holy shit! What's going on here? This is all weird. Anyway. We know about the boys, don't we, boys? We know how good they are.
Yes.
The
amazing.
Taz, can you run us through? Come on, mate. You know I talk too much. Come on. What do we got, Taz?
Look, we've got the science of punting. Right. Now, in the early days when Marto and Tone got together, they were competing against each other.
Yep.
And they thought, you know what, two brains working together are better than one, and they came up with that.
Right.
From there, I guess they grew some love
and
for each other, and
priceless.
Yeah, both of them are priceless.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these, if you can actually get a hard copy, because they come in a softback and also a hardback.
Yes.
If you can get a hard copy, amazing. Worth God knows how much.
Yep.
But yeah.
And then we had
True love.
We had the split.
Yes, they did. They had a bit of a falling out, a bit like Devo. They were together, successful, going to be bigger than the Beatles.
Yep,
and unfortunately, then competition got the better of them. Yep, 100%. Off they went.
And then, of course, his little
It's great, Marto, to have these.
His heart attack.
Yes,
does he?
He did. Yes, he did. Tone was in hospital.
Yes.
Saw the light.
Back.
Nearly died.
Back. Yes. The Chronicles.
Yep.
The Oliver Chronicles. Yep.
So bouncing back. There we go. You wouldn't believe it.
Bouncing.
I would. Publishing again on Amazon. So
you're joking.
The newest book, Taz.
Here we go.
he's recovered it. He's
bouncing back from life setbacks, heart to heart.
It's made the same book with a new photo.
You're full of shit.
It's like it's the second part, isn't it? Bouncing back from life's setbacks.
You are
Volume 2.
But I like it. It's a heart-to-heart with Anthony Oliver. The first one was the Chronicles.
That place
well
doesn't
done.
exist anymore. That's how old that photo is.
I tell you what, you're probably drinking one of those right now. Look at that.
No, I'm drinking a bloody half fortune.
Priceless.
You are. We should be so privileged to have such a best-selling author on this show with us.
Here we go. The great man himself, Christopher Martin. He's found a race, Taz, at Moonee Valley, race 5, number 6, introducing. And this would have to be the hardest 6-horse race in the world to try and pick a winner. But Marto's done it.
We hope we have. Introducing the winner, number 6, introducing. Come down from Sydney. Really, really good run in the Rosebud first up. First up into the Rosebud and just beaten late by Tiz Invincible. Tiz Invincible has since gone on and won again next start. So that form has been franked. Unfortunately, that 8 next to its name second up was when Timmy Clark absolutely butchered the ride. Gave him no chance, and just Tim Clark in Sydney.
Really?
His second start. Yeah, he took the horse back this time, and when he came off the bend, he had nothing but bums and hooves in front of him. So he basically quit riding and just finished in 8th. So put a line through that one. But this one here, I think he's going to handle the tight Moonee Valley track. Stapati and Brave Meat are dangers, of course, but they're first up. I'm taking the race fitness on side with introducing.
This is huge, Marto, because Brave Meat and Stapati have actually trialled sensationally. The Blue Battler at the top. Geez, I tell you what, it takes some improvement for sure after its first up effort.
Marto, Moola and Centify ran in the 2 weeks ago at the Valley, so they have got a little bit of
yes, they did.
The bit of track and distance there, and they were pretty good.
Yeah, I just think that Guy Waterhouse and Adrian Bott's stable, they're on fire at the moment, and they're placing the horses really well. And like I said, introducing is going to handle the tight track and brings really strong Sydney form down to Moonee Valley. So
what happens if Stepati gets a soft lead and just runs away on the bend?
He won't. Stepati, Brave Mead, and introducing will be all up there on speed. I think Brave Mead and Stepati will be leading, and introducing sitting right behind them. And that's where race fitness will win out late. That's my prediction of the race, and I'm back in the value with introducing here. I think it's well overs.
Well,
Marto.
Yeah, well done. Good luck.
There's no venom coming right now.
Right, so what's the next step?
But realistically, there is venom ready to go. But anyway, I'm not going to do it to you.
Tough race. He's only going to beat 5.
That's it.
Well,
there's 4 of them, but 4 of them are pretty good.
What?
It's a system
I think they're all pretty good, to be honest.
System race for you, Tone. I know you'll be on the 7.
Yes, that's correct.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Take the long odds in a small field, eh?
Yes,
he does.
Well, good luck.
He does that consistently.
The great man, here he is. Tassie's gone up to Doomben. He's gone back to Queensland. He's been to New Zealand. He's been to Sydney. He's been over to Adelaide. And now he's back.
Great.
I am.
Poison on the track.
Mark, dude,
I am. Look, this horse. Yeah, look, this horse third up. The horse third up is ready to go. That's all I'm going to say. You can pronounce the jockey's name any way you like,
Yeah.
but he has an affiliation with this horse.
Ooh.
This horse is also, it's been in the money 8 out of 11 at this distance.
Ooh.
At this track,
Ooh.
okay, it's had a great record. I'm sorry, it's third up. It's had 5 starts and it's been in the money. It's due to win.
Oh.
Hale Manhattan is due to win.
Oh.
But you know what I like about it more than anything else?
What?
That it's a Manhattan horse, and the last one I backed at one was in South Australia, and I think I'm due to back another one. That's what I like about it. Look,
you're going to be don't like, have you?
Hey, no, I haven't. I've got stuff written down here. It's been trialing. I mean, since its couple of runs, it's had trials in between, so it is quite well prepared. It's one of these ones that's going to push forward. I think it maps okay. The outside, so it's sort of drawn mid to outside, but that should be able to position it up maybe 2 or 3 back the outside.
Wow.
I do think it's ready to go. I do think that I'm due to back a Mount Horton. Yeah, there's a lot of ghosts in there, but it'll push forward. As I said, it's been trialling since mid-June. I don't know. There was one where it trialled where I think you guys will probably know the horse and rate it.
Oh.
What do you think of a horse called Yellow Brick?
Not bad at all.
Very
man.
much, very high opinion.
No, well, it had a recent trial with it, and it sort of ran side by side. So, is that good enough for this? I hope so.
It's a lot better now. If it's
There
got
you
any
go,
more
so-
around
Sounds a lot
Yellow
better
Brick,
now,
because
yeah.
Yellow Brick, man, mate, are all over it when it went to Sydney, and
Absolutely.
yeah, it was a bit stiff. But anyway, okay, there we go. If it's got form around Yellow Brick, get on. 6 skins, we're cheating.
That's it. And it's a Manhattan horse because you know how I like my Manhattans, especially in South Australia.
Oh,
Mm.
I like it. Okay.
Right.
Anyway,
The Quaddie. What do we say? What do we say?
Another one.
what do we say?
What do we say?
I
I think
think
there was
The one-hit
feedback on.
wonders.
There was feedback on the chat, wasn't there?
Oh,
That said
Ipatsuya.
it all. I reckon they've gone really short this week though. After the
Surely
massive
you've got it.
investment and
You
massive
think?
return, there's no doubt. Yeah, I'm sure they've probably taken. I reckon in one of the legs they've probably gone 2 out, and in one of the other legs they've probably gone 3 at best.
let's
Because these guys are astute.
let's
we're
send
talking
a
about astute
shout out
punters.
to Ashy. We're thinking of your mate. He's broken his foot carrying a screaming tone up the stairs. A tone is code word for a screaming 2-year-old. So poor old Ashy. Thinking of your mate. Hopefully you're all right and you're on the strong meds.
Good luck to you, guys. Get
Yeah.
well, mate.
I'll give you a spoiler alert.
Yes.
Yep.
He fell off his chair when he saw the result and the payout of last week's Quaddie. That's the truth.
So the $7.40 return.
That's it. Massive. Yeah, well, Ash. Broken legs aren't good at the best of times, let alone
Yeah,
down the
you'll come
seat.
right
A lot of
ankles.
venom last week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of venom in the chat.
There he is.
It was
I
a
try
world,
to
it
keep
was a
it
world
polite.
record, boys. It was a world record. It was the most expensive Quaddie ever, $45 for 5%, and we got a great return of $3.60. So
Oh my god.
So we were nearly. We
we've
were
given
like,
the corporates 42 skins.
what are we then? We were probably 12 to 1 on.
Oh shit, we're a bit
Nearly 12 to
but
1
we
on,
weren't.
aren't we?
because
But,
every favourite sort of
Yeah,
won
it's
pretty
about
well.
right.
Gee, how good's Mr. Brightside? Like fair income. I fucking hate the horse.
Yeah.
Love the song, but when Jack Rewalt absolutely, butchered it after that grand
Oh.
final in 2000, I could never listen to that song again without seeing Jack Rewalt. And how about the prick
No.
with Stolcombe? He owns it with Tommy
How good was
Lynch.
it?
Holy
Did you
He
see the
does,
way
he
that?
does.
Did you see the way it was just going like that
Oh,
to the line and just burst through?
crazy
That was
with
incredible. That was a
Stolcombe,
huge win.
incredible. And then Brightside just
Yeah.
gets
Yeah,
it
he's
done
got another
again.
good one there.
Jeez, it just wins. It's just
Just enough,
Worst
but
jockey in
hang on.
Australia on it as well.
Oh yeah, well he only rode 3 on the weekend, Tone, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
well,
Lukey,
I know, Marto,
Taz.
that you have they're your special
The-
boys, the Tory.
Hi,
Williams.
Luke. How do you
They've
go
gone 5
5 in
by
this league?
5 by 5 by 5. 31.25%,
Oh,
big boy.
goodness, but we need
Mate,
roughies.
The,
The boys
the only
need
thing
roughies.
the only thing I'm concerned about with these 5 by 5 by 5
Yes.
is at the end of it, I just hope we don't go, no, you idiots, and give a high five the Greek way. Because that's what the Greeks do. No, where you got no good. But 5 by 5, Could be a high five.
I'm very
could be
worried
magic
about
hands, could
Lucy's
be
first
anything.
leg. Very worried because
Why?
I told you guys after Griff was ridden upside down 2 weeks ago in the listed whatever bloody race it was, I told you that young Tyler Schiller will never ride this horse again. And you all laughed and scoffed and I shut up, Pezza. You don't know shit. You don't know what's going on. You got no phone call to the owners. Well, have a look who's on Griff this week. Jason Collar, Tyler Schiller's fucking off because it was a fucking horrendous
So-
ride. He had no fucking idea.
So you're right this week,
I
Pezza.
might have had a fair crack at Griff 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
I didn't want to say
Replace
leading
one
butter. I didn't want to say
another
leading
idiot.
butter.
That's all they've done. Replace
No.
one idiot with one criminal with another criminal. You know,
Actually, I've followed,
Wow.
pretty well.
No.
I'm 3 out of 4. His last, my last 3
Absolute-
or 4 at bets. I've had 3
absolute
winners.
worst now.
love him on the back markers at Randwick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
3, 4, 5, 13,
But-
14.
but-
Anything, boys?
3 and
Yes.
5 look pretty good.
Tommy Kitten was pretty impressive last start. You're right, Marto.
And likely goes on with it. But NCAP's going to be good as well.
Okay.
And you know, it's interesting, Pezza, because the fellow that is never going to ride Griff again
Mm,
is on a bit of a knockout chance
okay.
on a horse that I think will definitely improve.
I'm Griff.
Number 15.
I'm going to have a couple of
Yeah,
bucks
I got
just
15
because
in
of
there
the
too.
price.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
have a
think
couple bucks on
it's definitely going to improve.
But I think when Griff finally draws a barrier and it gets out to 1400,
Yeah, that's the
watch out.
problem, isn't it?
Or it gets out to
That's the
mile
problem.
even. But it hasn't drawn a barrier.
Yeah, I'm agree. 16.
Yeah. Yep.
No, just wide. It's going to spend a lot of tickets early, but
Yep.
yeah, that number 15. I agree with you, Taz. I think it's a knockout
Mm.
chance of the 2 favourites in this race.
Right.
Yeah.
Razor 1, 2,
I
7,
reckon
8,
he's got the
9.
winner.
Oh, Jesus.
1, 2, 7, 8, 9 cylinder. He's taken on the favourite. He's got it in there, of course, at 2 skins. And he's gone a few outside of it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that he left the 3 out. I really am.
Yeah,
It won
again,
super.
I'm again with you, Taz. I got 2, 3, and possibly the 1 in here.
Mate,
That's about as far as I would go.
for me. It's a one outer. I think Cylinder just brains this lot. It's way
Okay.
Certainty. I'm all over.
And
it. One of the worst
I
ones.
would probably throw in. He's already got the 9 in. The Gerald Ryan General Salute. That might be my knockout because it wasn't a bad run first up.
Right.
But I just think the way Cylinder come back, it was pretty impressive.
Just wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 runs the Quinella.
Uncle
I think
Brent's-
Razor was doing.
Uncle
Do
Brent's-
you know why he's gone to 5? I just want to say
What?
something
Oh.
before. Sorry. I think Razor's gone 5 here because his focus was on his same game multi for the Blue Baggers tomorrow night.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's why he just thought, I'll just throw 5 numbers in together,
So
get
didn't
these boys out of the way. I've got to focus on the Blue boys.
Okay, didn't really need that comment. We just wasted a minute.
No.
I don't care.
3, 7, 8, 9, and
Was
10.
good for me.
Uncle Bryn's probably got the hardest race of the quaddie, I
Absolutely.
think.
The
Great
price
to
is going
see.
5.
Great to see my favourite horse, the Inevitable, the horse that I've never won money on. It's an absolute pick. And every time I back it, it never wins. And then I've missed 5 in a row when it won in Tassie at about $1.40.
Yeah.
And I
But
had
it was in
a
Tassie.
bet on it last start when it ran third. So well done, Pez. Never had a winning bet on the Inevitable, but don't you worry, I'll be backing up.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's a Tassie,
yeah.
Tassie champion time.
Oh,
Pezza, is one of your favourite horses Remark?
Yes. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
That
well,
was Pez's
well,
push.
because
Yep.
because Uncle Bryn has left out the horse that's got the trial form,
Oh.
number
was that?
11, Airman.
Oh,
Number 11.
I think 11.
11 scratch, mate.
Well, there you
Oh,
go. That's why he's
there you
left it out. So
yeah.
bookmark it
What do you think about
because
Nugget?
Airman,
What do you think about Nugget first up?
Nugget ran some great placings in group and weight for age races last year. I think it was in a Doncaster, wasn't it?
I think you have to have Nugget in here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so do I.
But Uncle Bryn says no.
Nugget.
Uncle
got that
Brent says
jockey
no
on it that's
because
about
the
as
other two went
useful
too
as a
wide,
white
and he
player.
can't have a
Solid.
6.
nah,
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
You
Cuban
love a
Noir.
nugget, Tone. Don't you
Mm.
love a nugget? You love a nugget.
And
Hey.
great man. Oh, he's got Marto's favourite horse, Ashy, the Lock. He's got, how do you say it, Marto? The 2.
More time.
That's
More time.
Marto's favourites. Yeah.
I think it's actually pronounced Mao time.
There he
Yes,
is,
more
Mao.
2,
time.
4, 10, and 13. A great man. I'm really keen on the I think Smashing Eagle should have smashed the exceptional horse that won with J-Mac against
You like-
Tone's ex-horse 2 weeks ago. I think Smashing
Yeah,
Eagle
you
at
like the
$2.80
13?
last start should have won by lengths, but unfortunately, young Tyler gave it another
pulled up.
picture and missed it. Ran home, stormed home for second. Should have won by miles. Might have had a little bit of
Yeah,
money.
This is
okay,
where I
got
got it
it.
wrong,
I
Pezza.
think
I got
I
it
think
wrong
Red
here.
Card's a
Airman's
big,
here.
big chance in this
Yeah.
race.
Airman's in this race.
Airman's
Right,
in this
sorry.
race. Yes, that's what I meant.
Right, okay.
Airman. He still missed it, so doesn't
Right.
matter. There's the Venom. Venom's been bush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got 4, 11, 13 in this race. I actually have Airman in this race
Right.
against both Pez's and I like
Eagle.
Red Card in this race.
Yeah, you do like Red Card. I think this week it might be a day of Blue Butlers. You never know because they're everywhere. They're
They're
absolutely
overdue.
everywhere.
Tough
They
race.
there's a day in Sydney where they just dominate, and they're overdue to do that.
Question
There's
without
gonna be a
notice,
little bit
Taz.
of
Are you
moisture.
keen on Hannibal Neesham horses first up? I'm not.
I do. I like Annabelle Neesham full stop.
Yeah, but I don't like
I
him
don't
first
mind them
up.
first up, second up, third up. I
Really?
don't mind them at
She's
all.
kinda-
Anyway, I just look at the I'd
Kind of
rate
got the
her.
Waller formula.
She-
They need to run first.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think if she's using, she might have the Waller system. You know, if they've ran 3
Yeah.
without any form, get on the 4 start. You know,
That's
because
right.
they're rock hard and ready to win. I don't know. I reckon. No, I think she plays a slower game than most at the moment. She, I don't know.
Well, she's got
I
plenty
don't
of
think-
horses to pick from, so she can bide her time.
Yeah, but I think when you're looking at Mortai, right? I don't think it's a chance. Not because she trains it. I just don't
Right.
think it wins in this race.
Right.
So if
I agree.
if Bart Cummings had it, it wouldn't make any difference.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, I just don't think she's going as well as she was this time last year. Actually, I don't think
I
she's
think
got
she's
the
getting
capacity.
ready for spring. I think
You
she's
reckon?
giving them a run, getting them ready
Yeah.
for spring.
I think
just
she's going to
we're
pull a
gonna see
rabbit
big
out of her
things from her.
hat soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
know
with you,
she's got
Marto.
she's got a 1 million 2-year-olds. So I would
Yeah.
say keep your money until autumn because she's going to be pretty unstoppable.
Autumn.
Next autumn. You know, like the 2-year-old.
Yeah, with those young ones. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Yep.
Great to see Ryan Moore coming out to ride Shinzo.
Shinzo.
Shinzo. What a horse.
Yeah, your
Shinzo
horse.
could be. Yeah.
Very,
what a great
very good
horse.
trial, wasn't it?
Yeah. So great to see young Ryan.
You liked it.
Tone, you don't mind Ryan Moore. Surely he's not in the book of Clipper, Tone.
Not yet.
Oh,
Over
Not
from
yet,
the
he
UK,
says.
one of the best over there, Tone. Ryan Moore, Willie Buick. They're among the best over there.
Yeah.
Tone.
He likes.
Yeah.
Tone doesn't
I
think-
reckon Tone likes. No, Tone likes Osan. What's his name?
Oyson Murphy.
What's the
That's
Murphy?
him, Moyson Murphy, and then
Yeah.
I tell you
well,
who
he's an
else
Irish
he
jockey,
He's
though.
likes.
all right. He's not bad.
likes
Those,
these-
those dodgy Irish
What's
little
that?
ones they can ride.
Now talking about
Where's the
dodgy-
other one?
Talking about dodgy women.
Not the
Oh,
Tory
Holly-
because he's one of Marto's. So I
Holly
don't
Doyle,
understand the
Aussie
Tory.
Tom, Tommy
She's
Markman.
coming. She's
But,
coming.
yeah,
They're
she's
they're
coming.
coming.
But I just
Yeah,
like
they're
to
coming
they're
mention Jamie Carr,
Holly.
and I still haven't
she's
seen
back.
anyone tell me that she's not riding
No.
the horse, every horse the same way.
Exactly the same. It's a photocopy, race to race, isn't it?
Race to race to
It's,
photocopy, Marto.
right.
She hits the
It's
front with
exactly-
400 to go. That's it.
That's it.
That's
All
all
right.
she does. And she just hopes
It
she
can't be
don't
the
get
same
the
right
end.
instructions for every.
She's
frickin'
not even
horse.
hitting the Marto. She don't even use the whip.
No.
It's
I mean,
a miss.
So because I mean Tone loves Jamie because of her looks. I love Jamie for other reasons.
Oh.
But because of that, I think you know what we're going to do. I'm going to actually watch her rides this weekend,
But
all
you
of them,
just have to watch one.
Yep.
and then I'll come back to you. No, I'll come back to you on
So
that.
that's-
No,
It's game.
you watch
Because
one.
I
It's the
think I
same
beg
as
to
the next
differ.
race, and then
All
that's
right,
the same
we'll
again.
see.
as
I
the next
reckon
race.
you're wrong.
You don't need to watch the whole
I reckon you're
damn
wrong.
races. Just watch one
All right, we'll see.
because they're a carbon.
And if she
copy of
wins,
what
and
did
she
before.
wins, all
Oh,
right,
she
we'll
wins
see.
because she hits the
Maybe
front
she
with
did.
400 to go. If the horse is still in front at the post, she wins.
Isn't
Yes.
that what she's got to do?
Well, I don't know if you can ride a back marker and you're in front with 400 to go. I don't think that's how they win.
It's not
Maybe
exactly
she's not
how
on
they
a
go.
back marker.
Well, there you go.
Maybe she's not riding back
Maybe she's
markers.
not. Maybe she's not. There you go. Taz.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Tone, what do you got for a
Taz.
tip this week?
What's
Oh,
wrong,
yeah.
Marto? You
Oh.
seem like you're in a hurry, mate.
Tone,
Is it the third
yeah,
race at Southwell
Tone,
or
I want
something?
to
What's
see
happening?
Tone's tip. I've been
Oh.
listening to you and Pezza talk all night. I'm waiting for Tone's
Jeez.
tip.
Come on,
Oh,
Tone.
God, tell
Tell
you
us
what.
why you like it, mate.
Destination.
Destination unknown.
Queensland, the most corrupt racing state in Australia,
Oh,
just behind Victoria,
oh,
just in front of Victoria, I should say.
oh.
Second up, a big run last start. Only just
How
got
big?
knocked off. Yeah, it was a big run. Got beaten by a nose,
Oh.
and
Was it in front
Jamie
of
Carlisle,
Tone or was it from behind?
400 out.
no, it came from behind,
Oh,
and it just was thundering home there.
oh.
Mm.
And I think 8 skins is a fair price because there is another shorty in this. What's the shorty in this here, Taz? You'd have your paper in front of you there.
Yeah, I've got it here.
It's not really a shorty.
I don't know. Is it Orbison? Is it the top weight?
Oh
Is
no,
Orbison?
sorry, it's not as short as I thought it was.
Oh.
Situation Room, 440. I thought it was 240.
Oh, that's the Golan Jones horse, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah,
Angela.
that's the danger. That's the danger.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I think it's a big chance in this, and it's right over the same distance, 1100. It still was fresh because it's only a second run back from a spell. So, that's what I'm all over. Of course, there are a couple of turds in this race. Pezza knows because he knows. Grey Worm, that's one of Pezza's.
You know.
Space Boy.
That's one of yours, surely, Tone. Space Boy's definitely one of yours, Tone, isn't it?
Marto.
Space Boy,
Space Boy
yes.
Porter used to run in Sydney.
What about this one's definitely one of yours. You'll be pissed. Number 13.
What?
You'll be
Isn't that one of yours?
Tones every Saturday.
That's one of yours, isn't it?
No,
I haven't got my glasses on. Is that what it's called?
no.
Tone, can you give us something about Bailey Wheeler, the young 18-year-old apprentice that's turned his life around?
Don't know much about him, but I'm letting him have a crack on Destination.
All right.
And how does he avoid the clipper Tone?
Eh?
How can he avoid? If this horse does not win on the weekend, how does Bailey avoid being put into the clipper Tone? What does he need to do to stay out of the clipper Tone?
Well, not ride midweek track work.
Oh.
So does that mean is it a
take
pass
16
mark if it?
Well, you've got to look at it from a technical point of view.
Oh.
Don't
Not holistic? Not a
speed.
holistic point of view, technical. Okay.
Don't take. Listen, you fucking. Or I'm just wait for a second. Don't.
I'm waiting.
Start. Don't take it
Right.
16 wide. Don't get it.
Right.
Let it get locked up on the fence. Learn to
Mhm.
count. Don't
Right.
like thunder home. For 16
Stop
lengths back.
stuttering.
So what does it need to do? Does it just jump and lead and win? Pillar to post.
There's a
You're
horse- there's a
you're an
horse called
absolute
Stuttering in there,
pain
mate.
the- You're like a fucking mosquito. Anyway, that's it. I've told you. That's it. Get on.
All right.
Get
So
on.
you just wanted to have a fair crack and give it an honest ride.
Yes, that's it. Don't pull them up. Don't look for that brown paper bag on the back door after the races.
Now,
Mr. Wheeler.
we all remember the
Just, do
song.
the right job.
We all remember the
You
song.
got to fight.
Right.
Got to fight for
Well,
your
you're
right
right.
to party. Twisted, sister.
The party. There we go. A bit of Twisted Sitter and a great cover by the Beastie
Ooh.
as well. But anyway, Moonee Valley Race 6, number 7, Right to Party. Now, one of my favourite horses in the race, Inhibition, Black Book by Pezz, but I Black Book Right to Party against it last start because, as you know, Taz, I love a horse that misses the start. And it was racing
You
against
do.
the pattern, racing against the pattern at Death Valley 2 weeks ago, and it ran the fastest. I love the fastest 200 of the day. It ran an 11.23 against the pattern.
Oh, this-
Got
do have
beaten
to have it.
half a length by
This
Inhibition.
is
Drawn better than Inhibitions. I think if it jumps, we win because we got a better finish than Inhibitions. Inhibitions, of course, me and Marto thinks it's over the odds. We think it's not a bad price at 6 kins. But
It is.
Right to Party at 9 Value's there. It's going to get a
Good
better
price.
run. It's going to map
It
better.
is value. Perfect
And
price.
it's going to win. Tone.
Does it beat the $20 million horse?
Charmstone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what
Yes.
about Beauty Rising? Because Beauty Rising blew its chances last start when it missed the jump.
The Bennett
So
collection,
I'm
yeah.
surprised you didn't go with it because it's got some of the attributes that you like in a horse,
I
missing
do
the start,
like a horse
you
that
know,
misses the
working
start.
home, arrhythmic conditions, all those
Yeah,
things. So I'm
heart,
surprised
bone
you would have
conditions
been
are hard.
you would have been torn.
Oh,
You would have been
shut up.
torn between
Yeah.
these two, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I
Fucking
know.
moron.
But
Hey, listen, what about
Oh.
Oz Express with Pez's old mate Geordie Childs on board and
Oh.
Tankenstein Gay? Can that win?
No.
No.
No. In a word, no.
no.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised, Tone, you didn't
race.
go with your favourite, the
No.
Sullivans. Hey, that was a show that you starred in, didn't you?
What's this?
Hey?
And the family off the
The
wall.
Pride of Sullivan.
You ouzo drinking, come from behind sheep shagging Greek. Good on you. Yeah. The Sullivan.
Pezza,
Oh, you watched
you've got
it,
us all covered. Molly Knickers was pretty good too, though, Pez, wasn't it? This is a tough
Oh,
race.
dear.
Yeah, tough race.
You've really found a tough race, Pezza.
you.
You have. Why did you go to this race?
I just because
he's
I had
gonna
two
pick
black
a
bookers in
highway,
it,
but-
and I watched them both, and I think the party's going to get over
Right.
the top of inhibition. So if I think that's the case, it's going to beat the top weight. So that was it.
Yeah,
Right.
very
Hey,
cool.
can we just have
It
a
is a
quick
tough
little
race.
futures forecast for the Melbourne Cup?
Hang on,
no,
hang
we
on,
can't.
hang on, Marto. We're
We
going to
don't
run
have
out of
time.
time, Marto.
Right.
So we're going to.
Oh, bloody
Are we
hell.
going to come back,
Well, we're happy
Let's
to
come
come
back.
back.
There's
Tone?
footy to talk about.
Yeah, for a bit. Yeah, for a bit.
We're
Not
less
too
than a
long,
minute
but
to
I'll
go,
come back
boys.
to it.
We haven't looked at the footy.
Tone,
Right.
don't worry about the watching.
Marto's got
Leave the
pictures.
watching. We'll get back to it later.
9 minutes. I'll see you soon, boys.
9 minutes.
Right. Quick
All
break.
right. See you
Let's come
soon.
back.
I do.
Right.
I do.
No,
I
let's
do.
this.
Here we go, boys. We're back. We just had
Hey,
a
we're
little
back.
break, and thanks to Zoom, we had to wait a lazy 9 minutes. Tone's always up and about. Feeding him, Tone, he'd complain if he had to go and pick up the lottery. That's the type of bloke he is. G'day, Tone. Welcome back, mate. You all right?
Yes, you fucking lunatic. Continue on. Continue on.
Tone, you look fresh. Did you have a little power nap in there?
Ooh.
9 minutes. That's a bit of shutaway for you.
Not
Well-
like you. I didn't go into the lucky dip and pull out 70,000 chocolates and a big bottle of Coke.
I have a question, and I know that we're back in here, but where do you get this information from that I'm a chocolate freak? I want to know.
It's
Are you-
all over. Like I get it from the
are
government as well.
You're not in all these different chats and stuff, and you
Marto,
sort of
yeah.
got
I
your
know.
your spies
I know.
out.
This is on
Hey,
the up on the Goldie who sort
Marto,
they're
Toad
in
and
the
No,
Toad.
old bloke on the Gold
I think
Coast.
before we left, boys, we were about to start talking about something I had in the Melbourne Cup.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, no, that's why
something
me and
else.
Tone are
Yeah.
talking because it's not that
He's just not
interesting.
interested. No.
No.
Melbourne Cup, let's go.
It's
I'm on
like-
actually on this one,
it's like
$31
a little thing, isn't it?
pre-nomination.
Right, let's.
And he's now qualified to go straight into the Cup. Forget Sulcombe, forget Goldman, forget Francesco Guardi and Guy Waterhouse talking him up. Luckless
Starts
last
with
year,
V.
going to win this year, blah, blah, blah. It's Vauban, Willie Mullins.
Yeah,
has
it
never
starts
won a
with
Melbourne
V.
Cup, but he's at $8 now. I got on at $31 after he won at Royal Ascot. The head handicapper in Racing Victoria said, I don't know how I'm going to handicap this thing or line up the form properly. That was only a class 2. Let's see what he does. Willie Mullins has taken him to a group 3 at NAS and won by a length and a half. Now, at Royal Ascot, they've had 3 horses from that race in the form. I think 2nd, 4th, and 5th have since gone on to win, which he won by 7.5 lengths at Ascot. He went to NAS, and there's another horse from there. The second horse from there has gone on to win. He won a length and a half there on a soft track. Willie Mullins is coming down. He said he couldn't be more wrapped with this horse. He used to be a 2-mile hurdler, has hurdle form as well. The head handicapper in Victorian Racing said there is just no way we can handicap this thing out of the race. He's going to go with probably 58 kilos on his back and embarrass this field. So get on now at $8. I couldn't get enough on him.
Who is it?
Vauban.
It's called Vauban.
Hey,
Willie Mullins'
Yeah.
best chance he's ever had. He's been down here probably a dozen times and hasn't come away
you
with a
said the
win.
name now
This is
5
his
times.
best
I
chance
can't
he's ever had.
understand what you're saying.
Vauban.
Vauban.
V. Vauban.
B.
A-U-B-A-N. Look up the
Vauban.
Melbourne Cup form. He's equal favourite with Sorghum.
Well, Taz.
Yeah, if you, I mean,
Taz, just a moment.
yeah,
Taz,
it can also
let's-
win the jumps race.
Taz, let's
Yes.
go to
Yes.
the UK expert of the group, Tone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah.
Taz.
Yes.
What do you think, the UK expert? What do
Vauban.
you think?
Have you seen Vauban run for William Mullins? Have you seen him run?
No, I haven't, but I know
You
Willie
didn't watch the
Mullins
Royal
has a
Ascot
lot of good
Carnival?
horses, and he wouldn't be taking it down there for nothing. So he obviously thinks it's got
Right.
a big chance. But it was a hurdler, was it?
Yeah,
Used
it's
to be
one.
a
It's
two-mile
one.
hurdler, and he's taken it over the flat.
I wouldn't say it used to be. I'd say he has
Well, it's still cool.
jumped it. That's right.
Oh,
So
right, okay.
it's won. It's
But-
won some pretty good hurdling races too. And
Yeah,
what
it
the handicapper said there is, because I'm familiar with what Marto's talking about, is the hardest thing about it is weight. Now we could probably give it, 60 odd kilos, but this thing's won over the jumps, over the distance, carrying,
Yeah.
70 kilos. So weight
I left
is
that
not
bit
going.
out.
Yeah, so weight. I know you left it for me. So weight is not going to be a problem with this horse. So even
No.
because I think Gold Trip at the moment is the one that's top weighted. Is that right, Marto? I think. Gold Trip
Last
number
year's
one.
winner, Goldman.
Gold Trip.
Last year's winner.
No, Gold Trip that won them.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Yes, Gold Trip. Yes. You're right.
So
Gold
he's
Trip's,
like, how
Gold Trip's racing at the Valley this week, actually.
yeah, it is. But he was comparing it to how do we, because you can't weight a horse on potential,
No.
and this is the problem
you'd
because
end
it
up
hasn't
running-
won anything of really big nature. All it's done is it's just gotten through the first clause of qualification, so now it's fully qualified with its last start
Yes.
win. I think, is that right, Marto?
Yeah, that's right. In the Group 3
so-
at NAS.
Yeah, so you're right. In essence, everything that Marto has said is 100% right. And if you want to throw an early dart, absolutely. 8-1, if you're lucky, you can get more. But
I think
I don't
sports
know.
bets.
I'm not sure if I'll just wait.
If you've got a sports bet account, they give you the free swing. Like if it scratches or it doesn't come out, any futures bet, you get your money back now.
Yeah, that is good.
Sports bet.
I'm not sure with this one because it's all in betting at the moment. I think the next
But
round of
who's going to ride it? They're going to
I
put
thought
who
all futures
they're gonna
bets
put
on
on it.
sports bet were refunded now if they don't run.
you,
There's
you
no
might be
all in.
right. You might be right, but
No,
Well,
Ladbrokes
this
is all
was-
in.
this is an
All
all-in bet
those
at the moment.
Bet365 are all in, and
Yeah.
but sports bet now have got the futures, whatever.
to answer your question, Tone, he's trying to get Ryan Moore to ride him.
Yeah.
Ryan Moore actually
Oh.
rode him in the 7.5 length win at Ascot.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, Marto, though. Like racing in Australia is very, very different, isn't it, to racing in the UK?
It is,
It's
but
much more
he's won on a
aggressive
good
than
track.
small
He's
criminals
won on
in
a good
Australia.
track and he's won on a soft track. So Willie Mullins says he's versatile with track conditions. So he's not too worried about that. And both wins, he's been pulling away from them. So and obviously he's won over 2 mile on the hurdle. So he's not worried about the trip. He's not worried about the conditions. He's just worried about the horse turning up right on the day.
I'll tell you what, though, Marto, like
And the tactics
White
of
Marlin,
Australian jockeys. That's the thing.
White Marlin's gone.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
out.
is it out? Is it?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
mate. It's
Salt?
out for the spring.
Salt. Okay, Solcombe, the way that it won.
I'm not sure Solcombe sees the 2 mile.
White Marlin, Tassie,
It'll be there a while.
itself, and it's out for over a year.
Did it get injured?
Yeah,
Got to
Yeah,
do a
mate, yeah.
suspensory or something?
yeah, that's
Okay.
right. It's Spencer.
Because
It was
I'm
a
just-
tendon, yeah.
Because I'm thinking so. And I'll tell you the other horse that I really like that's running around this weekend,
Oh.
and I nearly made it a fister. Is it called Princess or something Guadera or something? Francesca Guaderi, something like that. What is it called?
Yeah, that's
Pezza?
the Guy Waterhouse one,
Yeah, the
Francesco Guardia.
Waterhouse, Francesco.
Yeah,
Francesca
and I'll tell you
Guardia.
what.
I think it's
And I
racing
think
in Sydney, in that matter.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's over a mile, and it's only placed once over a mile. It's 20-1.
Yeah, but
that is a horse.
Guy
I
said it
will
was
be
going to be
following.
last year.
Maybe
Well,
has Vauban? Can
I'm
I just
telling you
ask
now,
this,
that's the one I'll be
a silly
watching.
question. Has Vauban been racing in
No,
Ireland?
Ask the UK
raced in
expert.
No, well,
Ascot. Yes,
that's
yes,
why
yes,
the
it is.
UK expert doesn't know about this horse because it's been racing in Ireland. He doesn't
raced-
like Ireland.
If you listen, it raced
Yeah.
in
How
England at
many fucking
Ascot
times
and it
have I
raced
said
in
that? I don't
Ireland
bet
at NAF.
Ireland, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
It
trying to explain to the Polty familiar that our UK expert, our resident UK expert, doesn't know Vauban
Yeah.
because it's probably been racing in Ireland. No, you don't bet in Ireland.
No, It was
No, I
racing
don't
at the
do anything
Ascot
with the
Carnival.
IRA.
It was racing at the
Over there.
Ascot Carnival. That's in the UK.
That's the race that won. That's in the UK, Tone.
I
That's where I
realise.
first saw him and grabbed
Oh.
him at 30-1.
There's not many horses running at Ascot either, mind you. There's only about 30 in every bloody race. So, of course, I remember them all, like
Well, it should stand out.
Tommy
doesn't it?
Tank and change hands at 90-9. Think about it for a minute.
All right, so
It's
we've
now
established
favourite-
that Tone doesn't
It's
really
our
know the
favourite for the
horse.
Melbourne Cup, Tone. You'd think the UK expert would be all over it, giving our poultry for
well,
a
It's
head start.
he
It's
is
interesting.
Marto is our UK expert. He's right
No,
on
he's
that.
not. He's got nothing to do
I
with
haven't
it.
got
Second
no, I
only
haven't
to
no,
you, Tone.
no.
Melbourne
He
Cup.
doesn't do the
No.
treasures and
You
you
got the
know,
treasures
No.
on
he
Tuesday.
doesn't do.
Tonight, I haven't even had dinner yet. Jesus.
Yeah, haven't had
Christ,
dinner yet.
buddy, come on.
Oh, that's why he's angry.
No, I
That's-
haven't.
He's hangry.
He's
Oh,
angry.
that's terrible.
He's hangry.
Because Pezza,
Tony,
the
What?
scumbag and selfish prick that he is,
What?
takes
What's happened?
all my time all day long, and everybody else steals it as well.
who does that to you?
So I haven't had time for dinner.
Who-
He,
What
he
are you
had
going to
about
have?
6 pieces of KFC.
I haven't had dinner
Tone,
either,
what are
mate.
you?
I worked all
what
day.
are you gonna
Come
have for
on,
dinner?
you've got all
I worked all day.
Hang on,
put the
boys,
show
boys,
together.
boys.
What have you been doing?
Boys,
Boys,
please.
Bullshit,
Boys.
you've worked all day.
hang on,
Rubbish.
hang on, Tone, hang on, boys. Just settle down for a minute. But Tone, what time is it over there in Japan?
Well, it's 11, big boy.
Oh,
At 11:10, you're going to have dinner.
I am. Yes, I will shortly, maybe.
Tone.
You know what?
And what are you going to have? What do you plan on
Well,
having at 11:10?
That's
Because you shouldn't be eating at this time of night, mate.
mate, you can't bloody survive on nothing. I'm going to have a feed. I'm going to eat a
Oh.
nice salad.
Oh, that's nice. Nice.
Anyway,
That
right
salad
the
would be
party,
lovely
get
for you.
on. 2,592 skins if we all line up. which
There we
is
go.
A bit like Tone in the UK,
Pretty-
not knowing about Vauban. We no chance.
Oh yeah, listen to the motor mouth. You Mr. Deflector, the king troll of trolls, knows it
you
all.
think I've
He's
thrown
pretty
the UK
good, though.
expert under the bus
Keep it up.
by
Good
asking
on
a
you. Keep
question about
driving
the
the
UK
bus.
expert?
Run it
Not
over
knowing
again.
about
First
Vauban,
up,
the
big boy.
$8 favourite.
Yeah,
for Melbourne.
fucking truck.
Yeah, I'm
You
sorry
are
I brought
a
it up.
scumbag, Pezza.
Yeah,
You are
good
a
on you,
scumbag.
Marto.
You are a premium
It's all-
scumbag.
It's all Marto's
Who's
fault.
the scumbag? Marto.
Marto,
He's all right.
you're
I know. It's all
I'm trying to
Marto.
give you a bit of
Marto,
information and an early
I
bet in the
think-
cup,
I think
and then you
Marto's
turn on
just
Tone.
I
trolling
know.
Tone.
That's it.
I think
That's
he's
what
just
mean.
trolling
The
Tone there with the
deflector,
UK expert.
You
Just
know,
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
bloody
unbelievable.
man, let's start it again.
But what
Ah,
about
well-
Globe? Is Globe going to
Anyway.
win this weekend, boys?
what? Yeah,
Globe.
Globe.
Does it win the
Yeah,
Cox Plate? Do we
interesting.
do we
Yeah,
get on
yeah,
it?
really
Do we get on it
I think-
early for the Cox Plate?
No,
Yeah,
I think we
I
get
don't
on
know.
Step Artie for the Cox Plate, to tell you the truth.
Do
The
we?
party for Cox might be a better
Oh,
bet.
What about V8? Surely
Well,
V8.
Caulfield Guineas, we're already on, mate. We're already on.
Yeah, we are
Bro.
on for the Guineas.
We are on
Bro,
for the
bro.
Guineas, big boy.
6-1. We all got on.
No,
You get more than that?
I'm better than that. I'm about 9 skins for the Caulfield Guineas.
Well, you've done better than me. Nice.
Little lad
Gotta
brokes, you
shop
beauty.
around.
Nice one. I've
Week
got-
one of the finals, the Pies get over the Demons. What a tale of two halves. Brandon Maynard will probably get a fine for his little head rub. And of course, if they
Yeah.
rub him out, football is dead because that was a football accident. And he
Yeah,
can't be
absolutely.
rubbed out for that,
Good
Marto.
hit.
Surely.
No.
He was
No,
in the
not at
air,
all. That
mate.
was
It was
just
in
a
the
good
air.
hit. Yeah, it was
All right.
the little melee that continued on after his head, buddy. Like you said, he might get a fine for that, but that's all it deserves.
I've got a couple of mates
Superman
from
couldn't
Geelong.
have
I've got a
dodged.
couple of mates
Couldn't have
from
dodged him.
Geelong who have special needs. They're Richmond supporters. And he said, gone 2 weeks.
Look at
left
Norf.
the ground,
Danny
left the
Roadkill
ground,
supporters.
Ah,
and he's knocked out. I'm like, mate, you're a joke. You are an absolute joke.
no,
Who-
it's just a good
Put
hit.
yourself up
It's
to
an
the
accident,
Gold
but it's a
Coast,
good
you
hit.
hard week freak. You know,
Who said that? Have you
Oh,
got
big
friends
chat,
that do
big
they watch
chat.
the
He's an
show?
idiot. Tiger supporter.
Does he watch the show?
No, I hope so.
North Melbourne. Look at their
Well,
supporters.
if he watches the
scum of the
show, he's
earth.
got no idea. Sorry,
idea.
mate. You're probably a ripper bloke, Chad, but
No,
There's no
he's,
way
he's
known
good. He's
that
good.
Maynard-
Good bloke, but
yeah.
fair dinkum.
Oh,
Richmond's
I'm
like-
sure he is if he's a mate of yours. Because
you can't put much into
No.
a Richmond supporter. You know, they
No.
only know two colours and they can only
No.
sing a part of their song.
yeah,
Well, at least we
That's
win
right.
flags.
And
not
it's the
like
two
they
colours.
blue and white.
Mate,
Yeah,
Tone,
Richmond
you gotta put
scumbag
flashcards
sport.
up for Tone. You gotta put a yellow flashcard and then a black flashcard because sometimes he gets
You
it
are the
mixed up.
biggest
He
scumbag
says,
I know.
black
The
and
biggest
yellow.
slowbacks. Like Barney said
And-
about you, Pezza. Like Barney said to
Tone,
said to
it's
me about
hang on.
yellow
day.
What-
and
Great
black.
story.
Hang on, boys. Just one minute whilst the bell rings. Marto,
Yes.
how did that round go? How did you score it?
I got
How did you
Pezza winning
score?
10-8. 10-8 to
10-8,
Pezza.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, boys. Let's go.
Let's go round 2. Ding, ding.
I think it's
That's bad, Brett.
Oh, the
Oh,
UK
come on, you
expert.
can't use it that bad.
Oh,
Come on. Here we go. They're back.
Look
They're
at
going in.
North.
They're
Round two's
sparring.
They're just roadkill on legs.
Yeah,
Worst
right.
team in the
Yeah,
AFL.
Well, I don't
They
think we're
fucking
talking
have
about
a
North
crack at
Albany,
Left jab,
Won
left
3
jab.
flags out of 4.
Right hook to body. Left uppercut.
Yeah.
Are we
Look,
talking
look,
about North
look.
Albany?
Oh, I tell you what,
Cross.
he's on the ropes.
Hands on the ropes. Pezza's going for the kill.
You are scumbags, the whole 3 of you.
Jeez,
Oh,
Vauban,
come
never
on,
heard of
let's
that.
go back to the
I don't
footy.
know.
Oh. And we might have to get a standing 8 count here.
Here we
Back
go.
to the round. Cut.
Pezza,
Sydney Friday.
All right,
night.
do it.
I'm going
Keep going,
against.
Pezza.
I'm going against Tassie. Isaac Kenny to kick the first goal because he's under the pump in the media. And you know what? People
He
do
is.
in finals. They stand up. So Isaac needs to
Nah,
stand up
bullshit.
because he's had
Nah.
3 finals,
He is
which
a
is
big
shocking,
game
Marto.
player.
He's kicked 1 goal, 1 goal, 1 goal. His last 3 finals. The most positives he's had is 16. He had a shocking grand final.
Oh,
he needs
yes.
redemption. This is it. Tomorrow
He
night,
does.
he goes berserk. Kicks the first.
You're on a winner.
God. Yeah, and stops there, please.
And then, of course, Tone. I'm not sure what Tone's doing here. I've got no idea, so I'm going to let him tell us.
It's easy. Carlton win. Head to head, $1.50. Get on. Easy. Sarah's on fire. He'll get 25 disposals plus. $1.87's a steal. Kerno, he'll stand up like a real fucking man. He won't be like
goals.
that, like that bloody what's the name for anyway for Brisbane. Like
5 goals with Tom McCartan on him.
Can't kick 6. Kerno will kick 5 plus. He'll be on fire.
Taz
245.
looks a
easy
bit
money.
nervous there. He's sitting back in the chair. He's not that happy with this.
Come on, Taz. You've got to
I'm
have
not,
confidence, big boy.
I have confidence in the 25 plus. I do like that a lot. I do like the head-to-head. Bit short for me, but I'd still think we win. But if
Sorry, how do we
Kerno
put this
kicks
bet
5,
on?
we win.
Is it a multi? What is it?
No,
How much we
it's,
put
No,
on
I'm
each?
not-
it's a Trixie.
It's a same game multi.
Is it the same?
do
game?
what you want. Listen.
Has to be.
Everybody, each to their own. You can do what you want. I'm splitting them into 3 bets and having a little on the multi. But
You're betting $1.50,
Can you
are
have,
you?
can you have
Do what you
5
want.
more goals in a same game multi?
look, it's not as short as
I don't think
things.
you can.
Pezza tips at $1.08 and $1.12.
I
don't think you can have goals.
You're right.
I
Over.
think you can have goal kickers in the same
Okay.
game. I don't think you can have
3 or more.
I don't think you
Not
can
5. You
choose.
can have 3 or more.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Oh,
you can
actually,
couple
I might even stop at 2. I'm
Yeah.
not sure there.
You
So
can
what
couple
do we
them
do,
up.
Tone? Tell
Anyway.
the multi familiar how to bet.
I just fucking said it, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but we were
Oh,
talking
what
over
I'm
you.
going to do is I'm going to take them as 3 single individual investments, and I'm going to have a little on the multi. I'll multi the 3 of them up.
But you
But
can't multi the 3 of them up
ideally-
because the 5 or more goals
You-
can't multi.
Yeah.
Same game more.
Well, that'd be right.
Oh,
Yeah, so individual bets,
Oh, there we
the
go.
money's there, easy.
hey, here we go. Who's this?
This is me.
Taz.
Yep. I am going with Brisbane to win.
Yep.
1-39.
I like
And
the
I
Cam Rayner.
am taking Rayner 15 or more because
Absolutely.
Mm.
I think that this guy's a star.
He's about to
And
rip,
I think
rip
whilst
loose.
he is, and I reckon that, if things aren't going right,
Mm.
he just moves on to the ball and he gets his
Yeah.
15.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at. $3.60. That's enough for me. You
Still
know,
don't, still
50
don't,
on that.
still don't know
Yeah,
how
it gets me
Charlie
enough.
Cameron got into the
And
All
it gets me
Australians.
130.
Anyway.
Well, I don't know how Wiedering didn't get into it either. But anyway,
Oh,
there's a lot of
uh,
this and that. So, but
mm.
yep, that's the one. I don't think Port Adelaide win up there, to be honest.
No.
I think
who was that guy?
everyone's
Who was
talking
that
about
guy at
who's the
Essendon?
shoe in
50 this year. There was a guy at Essendon.
for Essendon.
or something. Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Like a mid forward, like a
Are
Charlie
you
Cameron.
serious?
Yeah, not
Oh.
Mel. I forget.
Sorry, Tane. You can't take to score 5 goals or more in your same game multi.
There you go.
You
Tony.
multi-
There we go. We're
Can.
on.
Yeah, I
Um,
did a bit of homework for you, mate.
Oh,
I don't know
well
who
done,
he was.
Marto.
Anyway, it was a bloke in Essendon that kicked 50, gave away 30.
Was it, mate?
And, old Charlie's kicked 40, but he gave away
30.
7. So I don't know how they're picking. They picked the bloke that kicked less goals and gave away a third less than another bloke who plays in the same position.
I don't.
Yeah.
Look,
So,
it's the
strange.
selectors. They're just balancing it out.
Mystery.
Anyway, same game multi. Here we go, Marto.
Same game multi when it comes up. I'll talk to you about it. Okay, Sam Walsh. Yes, big Sam Walsh is what's that, third game back? He's going to go 25 disposals. Errol Goulden, we know he's a superstar. He'll probably get 30, possibly in a losing side. I do think it's going to be a tight game. So I'm going to take Sydney at the line of plus 12.5 with a little hope in my heart that we might just get over the line. But the head says Carlton win this in a close one. So I'm taking Sydney at the line.
$3.10. $3.10. It's a bit Vauban like the price.
You've scared me, Marto. You've
that,
scared me because you've used a winning combination of words. You said hope in my heart.
Oh, yes.
And when you say that, it can happen. I'm scared now.
It can, and
you
it has.
Fear.
It?
Gee whiz.
I think it's going to be a close one, and last goal wins, honestly.
I told you at the start of the year, I told you people at the start of the year who wins the grand final, and I'm looking a lot better than you guys are because, for example, Tone, he picked 16 teams to win the grand final, and there's only one in.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
You talk a lot of shit, Pezza.
I know,
verbal diarrhea just comes out of your mouth all the time.
I'm pretty sure at the start of the year I said probably when they're going to win the flag.
16 teams.
No, but you are so wrong, Pezza.
Oh, really?
You are so wrong. Yep, you are, because he didn't tip
are
16.
Wrong.
He tipped 18 because he included, the Northern Bull Ants, and also the Port Melbourne, okay?
You are a complete, absolute.
You love it, Tony.
And then,
come on, you love it.
Okay, let's go. Tips.
You are a chocolate eating.
Tips of the night. I reckon the Pies will win.
Well,
yeah, I reckon
in a close one.
I reckon the Pies will win, and you know what? Hey, they probably won't even score a goal in the last quarter.
Who wins tomorrow night? Carlton, Sydney.
I'm going to wish for Sydney.
Yeah, I'm wishing
probably
for Sydney,
Carlton.
of course.
I hope Carlton. It's going to be wet and
TNT
windy.
back.
Carlton.
Yes. Go the Blue
I don't care. I do not care who wins out of St Kilda and GWS because I like them both.
Saints win.
I hope Kingsley
I think
wins.
you're right, Tone. I think Saints could lock down GWS and actually get over the line here. It'll be a very messy game, though.
Desperate to stay in the finals, the Saints. I reckon they'll be trying their hearts out. There you go.
Interesting time of day. 3:10, 20 at the G, because they're the other games played under lights. Isn't it quite funny that every, 88% of finals are played under lights, and all of a sudden the grand finals in the middle of a day on a Saturday when you can't see the ball for 5 3/4 because of shadows. Fair dinkum.
Yeah.
With the AFL.
Yeah.
It's got to be a twilight game, Tone. Red footy in the first half, yellow footy in the second half.
The NRL
then
does
we
it.
can see the fireworks, big boy.
The NRL does it. They play in the evening
grand
grand
final.
final.
They do. The NRL do it very well.
Very well.
Penrith are going well again, aren't
Very
they?
well.
Mhm.
And
They're going to be hard to beat with that defence.
Brisbane Port, who wins? Cracker of a game.
Oh, Brisbane, not cracker again. Brisbane by plenty.
Yeah. I reckon Brisbane win this one.
Oh, Brisbane only because it's up there and they'll just win it because they're flaky I reckon.
I don't think Brisbane have lost the game up there all year.
I think if Port come to play, which sometimes they don't, it might be a little bit of an upset. I tell you what, because Zach Butters and Connor Rosier to go to berserk, but I tell you what, if JHF comes, if Justin Horn-Francis turns up and wants the footy and wants to run and wants to tackle, geez, I don't know. I reckon their forward line just works a wee bit better. I don't know.
You think so? I don't think their forwards are strong enough to hold the backs out. I don't think they got big enough forwards. I mean, you got big Charlie Dixon there, but who else? Everyone else is tall and skinny.
Well, Sam Powell-Pepper should
They just don't have the body weight to hold them out.
Oh, geez, I don't know. I'll tell you what I will tell you. I'll tell you what I will tell you. I do follow the puppies, and last night I didn't have much luck. They both ran. I had 2 seconds, and one that just got smashed. But there's one that I've been following for a fair while, and it's had 7 starts, and it's won 6, and it actually comes to Wentworth Park for the first time on Saturday
this
night.
is like the greyhound equivalent of Vauban.
This is a greyhound equivalent of Vauban.
Right.
That doesn't jump over the hurdles, but I'll tell you what, I remember the hurdlers back in the 80s. They were so funny.
Little skip over the.
But anyway,
they still do it in England.
It's trained by Magri. It's been running mainly around Richmond, and it's called Zipping Smudgy. So all I'm saying, look, you're going to get absolutely no price on it, but if you're looking for a dog that you just want to follow into some of these bigger races. Zipping Smudgy could be the one. It's 36 kilos, so it's a monster of a dog.
Big dog,
and it's won 6 out of its last 7. It's drawn to pink. If you can get even money, take it, multi it with something, maybe even multi it up with Womanizer.
Saturday night, Winnie Park.
On Sunday, Saturday night, Winnie Park.
Right,
Saturday night, Winnie Park, and Womanizer's in first run at Wentworth Park.
Vauban like.
I'm just saying, it's Zipping Smudgy.
Zipping Smudgy, I don't know.
Okay, boys.
You'll get no price. Just watch it. Just watch it. You tell me how good a dog it is.
Tomorrow night, please send Taz a message on the messenger. Try to find him. Send him a message during the game. That'd be great. He would love it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And don't stop.
Yeah.
Guys, any message. If you're happy to send me messages, by all means do. But if you get words back that are frequently used by Anthony Oliver, don't be offended.
And then, if anyone out there is following the UK races and you know about horses that are over there and they don't run in Ireland, let the great man know. Please. That'd be great.
Tony needs some help.
I will give you a little bit of a
for
a fucking change instead of talking shit. And you know my system. You know my system.
How good does he look though? You look amazing these days, Tone. I could almost turn for you, seriously. You look amazing.
No, that's it.
No, come on, seriously, you do look amazing.
Next week.
What are you doing?
Why?
No,
I was just complimenting you on how good you look.
What's he doing?
I don't know, but how good does he look though?
What's he doing?
How good does he look?
What's he doing, Marto?
Where are we going? I don't know. It's like pulling out before the gravy stroke, and then she says, "See you next week."
Are you blushing, Tone, because I've told you look so good? Are you blushing?
That's the vinegar stroke, Marto, not the gravy stroke.
Are you blushing, Tone?
Anyway, there was
a
big race in the UK. I think was it last night? It was Tuesday night.
Right.
And it was a 2-horse race, and it definitely qualified as a bet for me. You always back the longest price horse in the race. The favourite ridden by by Pezz's mate Tommy Marquand, fucked it up.
Tom?
Obviously, yes, he pulled up the favourite. It was 25-1 on, and I would have been on the roughie. Of course, it was second favourite. You know, like
I did read about this.
9-1 second favourite, but what did it pay on Betfair for all you winners who get on Betfair? What did it pay?
Would have paid a monster.
£17.81.
And that horse that lost is the shortest priced loser ever in the UK.
There we go. There we go, Marto. I'm
confused that Tone's telling us to back something that won on Tuesday.
Ran yesterday.
Thursday night.
It's news. It's news in the UK.
Night, you fucking moron. You're not listening. See, you don't listen. Huh?
Do you know, Tone?
No,
do you know?
Pez's tipped us please. It's running Pezza. Saturday night time.
Yeah, but hang on, Pezza. Hang on. Can I just ask you something, Tone?
That's different.
Tone?
Yeah.
Can you please tell us the name of that horse so that way anyone that is interested might be able to at least follow it.
Follow it into the next 2
horse race. Yeah, that's right. That's
it's
right.
It's got a bit of a ring to it, Taz, because the one that Tommy was on that he pulled up at 25-1 on is called Do.
Do.
the winner of the
And it
race,
didn't do.
9-1 that paid nearly 18 fucking skins, is called
Was done.
Carmology. 2 Tassie names in the one race.
What's it called?
There you
Cardiology.
No, calm.
Carmology.
Cardiology.
Carmology.
Cardiology. There you go.
Carmology.
Another hard horse.
Now,
Cardiology.
You're stretching now. You're stretching.
He's stretching.
I still don't understand why you told us that story on a Thursday after it's 1 on Tuesday.
You're so demented. You don't listen.
Oh.
Did you say demented?
Thursday night,
Because-
I know that.
So what do we,
Because I'll
what do
tell
we
you
do?
something, Tone.
Are we following it?
Hang on. Don't stop.
Which
Because you
horse are we
said so
following?
demented. Please,
Put-
wait, stop, Pezza. Let me
Put
finish.
another wagon wheel in your mouth, Taz. Go on, have a
No,
turkey.
no,
Right,
Pezza,
come on,
Taz,
go on
the
down.
referee
He-
can't
no,
get involved in
please,
the fight.
no,
This
please,
is,
please,
This is
no,
a
no, all I'm gonna
championship
say-
round.
No,
Let him go.
because he said demented, and there's a horse running around on Sunday
Oh,
called Indented Head.
Oh, indented
Back
head.
it.
That's down Geelong
Back
way.
it on
Indented head.
Sunday.
Certainly.
Well, it's running on. I think it's at sale on
My
on
mate's
Sunday.
a part owner in that horse. Actually, Fitzy. Good on you.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we'll give him a shout out.
There you go.
I
Alan.
rate his horse. I think it's 7-2 at the moment.
There we go. Okay, there's another
You're on already.
forward tip from Taz. Another future tip. Thanks, mate.
You're on
Go.
already.
Mm.
Jeez,
Yeah,
I'm already on.
Lovely to
Stop
talk
like
to you.
yours, where
Well
I can go
done.
to
Very
all the
interesting.
fields.
Thank you very
Days
much, boys.
ahead. Days ahead.
Hooroo.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
hey, that's what Mike Tyson used to say. If they're running at 4 o'clock, I'm running at 2 o'clock. So if I want to get the good price, I've got to look ahead, mate. So you might be looking for tomorrow. I've got to get ahead of you and get the better price. So I'm going to look on Saturday and Sunday.
Good on you.
That's how I get the
Right.
big prices. That's how I got big boy George at 35
Yeah, well, it's
to
in
1.
your stable now. I sold that to you.
35 to 1.
Plus with Big Boy
If anyone's
Roy.
interested,
Yep.
in early markets, just hop into our chats. You'll see how much we love Tone and how
Mate,
much Tone
for
loves
a bloke
us.
that was really annoyed to come back after the 9 minutes, it seems it's really hard to get him off.
Doesn't want to
Is
stop
that me?
now.
Unbelievable.
He loves
Yeah.
it.
Just one more.
How
boys,
good does he
the
look,
UK
though?
export
How-
expert. Can we please
how
spell
good
that
does he
horse
look?
again? What is it? VAU.
Can't
Bauban.
be.
There you go,
Vauban.
Tone. Vauban.
Vauban.
Put that in your black book, big boy. Vauban.
I don't have anything to do with Ireland. Anyway, that's it. No leprechauns here.
It's just a Melbourne Cup winner.
So in other words, that's not a pot of gold under your seat. It's more
Mm-hmm.
like a bucket of what?
But
A bucket of poo. Is it?
that could be the Melbourne Cup winner. Marto might be onto something there. Like, there you go. Get on, load up, just like surprise,
All right,
baby. They're all
okay,
there.
All right.
There we go.
You,
All right,
Tone, you
all
still
right.
do.
Good luck,
Hey,
Tassie, tomorrow
but
night. Good
before
luck,
we go,
Marto.
no,
Mate
yeah,
versus
no,
mate.
no,
Second
thank you.
versus
But
mate.
how good does he look? How good does he
Oh,
look?
Looks like
You
a
do,
man.
you
Looks like a
man.
man.
Seriously,
I don't know what planet
370
you're on,
second
but-
chance at a
you
second
look
one.
good, Tone. You look good.
Golly.
You look
Yeah.
good.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel good? Do you feel good, Tone? Because I feel with
I'm
my
like-
hands. Maybe I can make you feel good.
I'm like Mike Tyson. I'm an absolute buddy. Thunderbox. There we go.
That's a shit house, isn't it?
Oh, you know, Marto. Takes one to know one. There you go.
The old
See?
Thunderbox out the back.
Thunderbox.
Stick a hole in the ground and put a bucket on top.
Oh my God, that's
Oh
unbelievable.
dear.
Thunderbolt.
Oh,
Put that in his
Talk
mouth.
about Mac and Meyer, 4 wise fucking men.
Fucking.
Oh,
Okay.
not 3.
Good on you, Marto. Captain Good Looks. Good on you, the Greek freak. Good on you.
Yes, boys.
You know.
Get up the Tulsi Army.
Go the
We'll get your
Thunderbolt.
winners this week, mate.
Oh, I'm
See
gonna
you,
laugh.
turds. Catch us next
Well,
week.
maybe Tone could go lay some cables for telecom.
As he could go and strangle a copper, and Marto can give birth to a baby Grogan. So they're all there. The way
We're
you
gonna
go.
go. So, go, Swannies and Blues. Hope it's a draw. Like,
Let's go. Oh, beauty.
You'll be a dead heat.
oh.